We are all present. Approve the agenda.
Make a motion to change the consent items to A through E instead of A through G, and also to make 7A an action item.
Mr. Stark.
I'll second that.
Mr. Gutierrez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. 5 ayes. Reports. Ms. Kirk.
Oh, I get to start? Hi. How do you like our new little room? I know, that's me too. It's like, okay. I hate to break the bad news, but it is August, and it just sort of snuck up on me, so I'm thinking it sort of ran up on all of you guys out there. Since I'm retired and you're not. Yes, I did rub it in, okay? Welcome back. I hope this school year is awesome, as usual, and I'm going to thank you right now for all of your hard work, because I know you've probably already done some and you're going to be doing some. So thank you for that. And belated happy birthday for Ms. Vargas. And he's going to be an older man tomorrow, so happy birthday, Mr. Vinny Otis. So that's it. Thank you.
Mr. Stark.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. For the teachers, I won't be able to do either for first day of school, as I'm going to be for my third day of school. So I will be going through the walkthrough with you guys, so sorry. That's it.
Mr. Gutierrez.
Welcome, everybody. Nice to see a bunch of people. We don't get to see that a lot. So I guess I can say welcome back, because we're going to be back in school next week. So glad to see everything's going along like it's supposed to. That's it.
I'd like to echo what everyone said, and this year when we do make our rounds, I want to see how many students, John, you're going to have in your classroom, how many kids of students will be in your classroom this year. So you know you're feeling old when, you know.
Actually, 2 years ago, I was my first kid.
Yeah. And it's not like you're in kindergarten. It's not like you're teaching kindergarten. I mean, you're in 5th grade and second. Well, yeah, I thought about that. I said, oh my God, that means never mind. Let's not do the math. But you know, I must say, everybody's working hard already, and it's here, and it's like, where did it go? And it goes real fast. And Miss Finch, I wouldn't have been able to do the limbo. I would have said, sorry, we'll just edit that out. You know. But so thank you for all being here, and more fun to come. More fun to come. Thank you.
Welcome back. Kudos to everyone that works, all the staff that doesn't get all summer off and works hard from at all the school sites and here. And I hope the color palette's to everybody's liking. If not, Jeff picked it out. So talk to him.
The bus just went by.
And I look forward to next week. So, and with that, Mr. Bowman, CSEA. Comments from the public. Members of the public may address the board on any item within the jurisdiction of the board by submitting presentation requests to the secretary. Members of the public are strongly urged not to mention personnel by name and are reminded that they do not have immunity from legal action if personnel are named. The board may limit each speaker to 3 minutes with a total of 20 minutes per topic. People wishing to speak on items that are on the board agenda will be called upon when that item is considered. People wishing to speak on items that are not on the board agenda will be called upon at this time. Since the board generally cannot take action on items not on the agenda, such items will be referred to the superintendent for handling. Kendra McCaughey?
Yeah.
Step two.
Couldn't you find the door in case you need to make a quick exit?
Okay. Mr. Weinstein and board members, I came here on behalf of myself and my fellow classmates. We are having some issues with some complications between college classes and honors classes. A lot of us are in Mr. Schrader's math classes, and those are first and second period. An honors English class is only offered second period, and we'd like it if we could have another class offered to us in a different period where all of us are in one English class and it be named an honors class, because we'd like the opportunity to take as many honors classes as possible. And there's a lot of students that are in this class that are having issues with it because we've been in honors classes all our lives and we don't have the opportunity to take this one this year.
Okay.
ask some questions because I'm really old and can't follow that.
Okay.
Okay, so the first 2 periods in the morning, Mr. Schrader has honors math.
Yes.
Okay.
College math. College math.
College math.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Third period
Third period. What's that?
currently is where you would like the honors English.
Without.
Third, fourth, fifth,
Yeah.
anything other than first and second period.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think 5th period was another period that everyone didn't really have anything significant.
And then, but currently, it is only being offered when?
2nd period.
Second period.
Yeah. Almost every student that's taking the college classes would like to be placed in, and would like to be placed in the honors English, in a new honors English class.
So right now you're having to choose one?
Yeah, you have to choose between the two.
So taking the college math or taking honors English.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Master schedules are very interwoven. So when you change one thing, it's kind of a domino effect. There's also teacher contracts and things to be considered, and what those teachers are credentialed to teach and can teach and those type of things. But I will promise you that I will Thursday, tomorrow I can't do anything. On Thursday, Miss Hargis, who's the Associate Superintendent of Education, and myself, tomorrow, so it's Friday, by Friday.
Oh, yeah, we're not asking to change it, we're just asking to add, right? Yes, okay.
Right.
Add, yeah.
That's
Still
part
changing.
of it. Just adding a class, you have to find a teacher to teach the class. You have to have the facility to have the class in and those type of things. So it is all kind of interwoven. So, but we will absolutely go to the high school and work with them and see if we can get it done.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Mrs. Finch will help, I know she will.
And well, when we went in, can I speak? Okay. When we went in to do some schedule changes, the counselor said many parents have been in already talking about it, asking about it, seeing if it can be changed. So all the kids in the math classes are all kids that were in honors English last year. I don't know, they're pulling kids who did not have honors last year. And how many of those kids are going to want to stay in honors? They did not choose that. And
Right.
so will you even have a sufficient amount of children who will be in the honors or
Well, that's-
not be forced to?
And that's all part of it, and then we may have to look for an additional teacher to teach the class, to add a class. We have to find that additional teacher who's credentialed to teach honors English. And so it's not as just, okay, we're going to add a class. Not that we are not going to, but that we do have to kind of go through all the steps and look at the domino effect and see how that works in the master schedule, as well as, you know, financially what that means for the district and stuff. But if that many students are in need of something, we're definitely going to try to do everything we can to get it done.
Do you guys know how many students we're talking about? 15,
Well, there
20?
was about 15 students that said they were willing to come here today, but everyone just kind of.
So we're talking
you
about.
know.
Mario's here and
Talking
he influences
At least
everybody.
30.
But I mean, there's other kids. But I know that every single. I didn't have everyone's numbers to text, but I know that all these kids are really serious about school and are really serious about having as many honors classes as they can.
Sure.
We also spoke to Mr. Roney and Mrs. Keys. And Mr. Roney basically told us that we need to pick and choose, and Mrs. Keys said that we should try to add a class.
They will, I'm sure that they're working on it. Something that we will step in and Mr. and Buzz Kirk, my check writer, will also be available on Friday to tell me whether I can do certain things or not do certain things. But yeah, but you know what? It is very refreshing to have my students come and talk to us about things such as what you're talking to us about, adding an honors class, and you know, trying to do everything they can to get the best education possible. So we definitely want to support that. And thank you for presenting it to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, by the way.
Okay.
communication.
Well, this week, besides going to the high school and finding room for another class, I will be, we'll be doing a number of things. So I just update everybody on our facilities and what's kind of going on. So district office, where you're at right now, and we will be having our final walkthrough tomorrow and Friday for DSA to get signed off on. So this will be 100% complete. And then we will be next week dropping the sod at the West Park Field. So hopefully within a couple of weeks that will be complete. The fencing is going up on Rosamond Elementary School today, and it might even be done, but by the end of the week. So the demo area and the new construction area will be completely fenced off. Unfortunately for my Rosamond students, elementary school students, they will have a limited play area for a little while. But we are doing everything in our power to kind of find ways to make it fun for them. So that will be done. We are also working with the Rosamond Hill senior community to have a new bus route for RES. So that is, we're actually grading that open lot behind RES. That grading will actually start before the end of the week and be done before school. And we're making obviously new bus turnarounds, roads, and teacher parking for there at the end of Desert Street. We'll be putting up new fencing and gates for all of that. All during this, we will have been adding, for Rosamond Elementary School specifically, we'll be adding 3 additional safety officers. So they will have 6 safety officers and 3 campus supervisors. Some will be working with the ACES program in the afternoon, but we will actually have 6 campus safety officers in order to make sure that although the campus is fenced off and we have different entrances, egresses, and things like that, that we will have plenty of safety staff there for the students. So we've been very, very busy, making a lot of facility changes, but it looks like we're on target. We will be starting the demo of the old district offices before the end of the month and before the end of August, so that will be going on. The community will see the demo going on, and then we hope to start actual construction somewhere in October of the new facility for opening August of 2017. That's kind of where we're at with all our facilities. And we will be having a welcome back breakfast for those of you who may not have a letter in your hand mailed and emailed to you. We will be having a breakfast on the 11th, a welcome back breakfast for our staff. And that will be the first day for returning teachers to come back and returning staff. On Monday will be the new teacher orientation, and we will be starting school with minimum days on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to start the school year next week. Tomorrow and Friday, I believe, Mr. Wexler and his team will be training our elementary school teachers on new technology. So we have installed over the summer interactive whiteboard devices, as well as giving the teachers new laptops, and quickly following that, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders will be receiving laptops in laptop carts for each grade level, so they will be able to also use the new technology, and we'll be pushing down our iPads into our preschool, kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade. So all of us in the sports service have been really busy. We're real excited about the new school year. That's it.
Thank you. Consent items.
I'll make a motion that we accept A through E.
Mr. Gutierrez.
Second.
Mr. Otis. All in favor?
Aye.
Personnel. Mr. Otis.
Can we use the
Yeah, sure.
consent to be considered separately for personnel? Since it's already there.
I made mine up.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we accept the personnel as written.
All second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain, I'm on there, as well as my wife.
One abstain. B, approve employment for Melissa Olmos. Mr. Weinstein.
Whenever we ask for a variable term waiver, different, whether it's the CBEST test, which is a new thing that we can waive, by the way, And there's requirements to be in a program or using our PIP or STIP waivers for teachers in order to teach a certain class. Because we're short of teachers, we come to the board to ask for that waiver. And since this is a new waiver, we have that separate. And so we're asking for a waiver for almost so that we can have an assignment and help at the Rosamond High School since we have so many kids needing it.
I'll make a motion to approve the assignment.
Mr. Starkey, this is.
Who's this Melissa almost person?
All in favor?
Aye. Who seconded?
I did.
Mrs.
Mrs. Starkey.
Overdrive,
Nice job.
Mr. Wexler. Demonstration.
So we have a new digital library called Overdrive. Oh, I'm gonna change this. So Overdrive Okay, so here's Overdrive. Overdrive is a digital library. It works like a printed library, only it's electronic. The kids, this is for middle school and high school. The kids log into our Overdrive site, and they have access to 1,000 digital titles. We selected high-interest books that are popular with teenagers. These are for the middle school students and the high school students to use with their laptops. We have met with the majority of the high school students for laptop orientation, and part of that orientation was to get them logged into Overdrive and to show them how to use the site. It's optional for the students. It's reading for pleasure. A lot of the students have gone in and checked out books, and then when you check out a book, every student can check out one book at a time, and they can keep the book for 2 weeks. When they check out a book, the book is on their laptop and they can read it on their laptop. So I'll show you the book that I've checked out. So I'm logged in as me. So I go to my account. Okay, here's my book. And I click read in your browser. And now I can read my book. Okay, now I can read my book. If I don't know what a word means, I don't know what assaulted means. The laptop's being goofy. I don't know what exclaimed means, so I click define. There's my definition. I can highlight. I can add notes. I have a table of contents that lets me search for stuff, view the table of contents, view all my bookmarks. I can change my font. Offline access is nice. That lets me, if I'm going to be somewhere that doesn't have internet access, I can download my book and read it even without internet access. And this is the start. We will be adding more books to our collection. We'll be training the middle schoolers how to use this next week, and we hope that this will be popular with the students and will give a lot of energy to our independent reading program. In the middle school, it's going to tie in with their accelerated reader program as well. And that's Overdrive.
So even though this is digital, only one person can check out a book at a time?
Well, it
Or
depends on
students.
how many licenses we have for the book. Most of the books we have one license, but some of the more popular titles we bought multiple licenses.
And then if a book is assigned by an English teacher, so they assign a certain book, we would make sure that there's enough licenses for the entire class to check the book out.
So let's say they want to download this and make it offline, so something will it still be there after they return it?
No, Overdrive will pull it back after 14 days.
Now there are going to be late charges?
It's impossible. Overdrive.
Just asking.
That's one of the great things of a digital library. It's automatic. The book is
So then
automatic.
Whether
they
you're
have to
finished
recheck
with
it
it
out
or not,
14
it'll
days.
take it back.
Right.
It'll,
But then you can
Then they'd have to recheck it out.
Yeah, as long as there's no
They'd
hold.
have to recheck the book out.
The kids can put holds on books that
So
are
they'd be
checked
in line.
out. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
So in each year, we will be investing money to expand the digital library, multiple grades and multiple titles. There's also a classic library that they have access to, the classics. This will this is kind of the future of the way our libraries are going. Our libraries will be completely digital. The Rosamond High School library is being part of it is, as we talked, is being turned into what we call an immersion room or a teleconference room, where we'll be able to have our students sit in lectures from all around the world instead of just sitting there and reading. So they will have, and we will be creating what we call a beach in the library, which will be areas to plug in your laptops and read.
I forgot. So just to show you some of the collection. So here's the different categories. So let's say you're interested in young adult nonfiction, just so you can see some of the collection. So here's some young adult fiction, and these are tend to be popular with the students. During the training, the majority of students were able to find something that they were interested in. Overdrive was really good at working with us to put together collections of books that are popular with teenagers at all different kinds of reading levels and all different subject matter.
Is there age limit on age-appropriate books?
Yeah, that's a good question. The young adult books are only available to the high school students. Our kids are partitioned, middle school students and high school students, and the books have like levels on them. So books on like I don't know exactly how the levels work, but on say like a 9th grade level or like a maturity level of 9th grade and up are not available to the middle school students.
So if we have teachers that have a reading list, they can get that to you earlier in the year or the end of the school year, and you can get those so they'll be available for them when they...
That's moving forward. That's what we're going to do. We have because we already have the printed novels for the students. It didn't make sense to buy those because we already have those. So we wanted to get independent reading books to start off with, and then as we move forward to build our collection, then we'll put the class novels on there.
Anybody else?
Thank you, Mr.
You're welcome.
I'll go ahead and move on to adjourn.
I'll make a motion for adjournment.
Mr. Starkey, Mrs. Kern. All in favor?
Aye.
19:30 hours. Thank you, everyone, for coming.